Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? What an absolute disgrace. The PGOL, whatever their refereeing organization in the Premier League is called, Lee Mason, everything is an absolute disgrace. I went to bed last night. I didn't know nothing about the fact that the refereeing decision was wrong. I accepted the draw, and I said to myself at that moment in time, Arsenal, a draw was a fair result. But after getting the news this morning, that Lee Mason forgot to draw the offside line on Ivan Toney's equalizer, the mistake that subsequently cost us 2 points and can impact the title race massively. Norgaard was offside, and the linesman could not see that he was offside, and hence he forgot to draw the line. When you actually draw the line, he's clearly offside, which is mental when you think about the fact that this is his job. This is the man's job. This is his job to do this. Your job, you're employed as a VAR referee to look at the VAR decisions and to overturn them if they're incorrect. This is not a technological error. This is a human error. You are a human being and you have a job. You have a job to do. If you don't do your job correctly, you subsequently get fired or suspended. This is not this individual, Lee Mason. We need to see something because this is ridiculous. This is the biggest joke in football. Arsenal is not the only team that suffered with poor decisions this weekend. There was poor decisions everywhere. If you guys haven't seen, Chelsea got robbed of a clear penalty. Also, the refereeing decisions in the Premier League are just horrific. And Lee Mason is the same gentleman who was in the referee booth, VAR, the day that we played Manchester United at Old Trafford, and he overturned that call also, which was also ruled as an incorrect call. He has subsequently cost us this season alone 5 points. 5 points Lee Mason has caused us this season. And this is ridiculous, to be exact, because as a VAR referee, you should clearly see from your own eyes. Just your own eyes should be able to see that this is offside. You don't need a full investigation. You don't need to investigate it. I can see it. You can see it. Everyone can see it. How can't Lee Mason see it? This is his career. He's a professional referee, a professional video referee. How on earth can he not see it? This is an egregious robbery. Egregious. Now, people want to talk about the earlier decision. They robbed Brentford also. Brentford also got robbed. They shouldn't have given the foul. But guess what? There's no level of consistency in these referees. They're just horrible at their job. And they continue to get protected. Arsene Wenger has been on Lee Mason's case for years. He's like always the same with you when talking about Lee Mason. The guy has been calling him out since 2016. Since 2016. Lee Mason is an absolute fraud of an individual. He needs to be independently checked out for corruption, something. This guy needs to be suspended. He cannot be a referee anymore. What he did against Newcastle versus Crystal Palace last season was egregious also. Somehow, two Newcastle players tumbled into each other, and he gave it as he subsequently ruled the goal off and said that they interfered when it came off of a Crystal Palace player's chest to score an own goal. This guy is a joke. He's an absolute joke, a disgrace of an individual when it comes to refereeing. And as an employer, they should look into him. How is an employer still have this guy as after all the things that he's done? Lee Mason is the same referee that the Premier League axed after he did the mistake in the Newcastle game. And now he forgets. What is going to happen now? I want to see some ramifications. We need justice. People are saying I'm losing my mind because we dropped points. No, it's the principle. I've been calling out refereeing decisions on my channel for well over 2 years. And not only do I call out referee decisions on my situation, I also call refereeing decisions on other club situations. That is a reality. Let's not lie now. This weekend alone, Souček, handball, clear penalty. Brentford, the linesman forgot to do the thing. The funniest one, Wolves had a player sent off because he walked over to the referee. They sent him off because he walked over to the referee. The referees are a joke, a disgrace in every single fashion. Then there's also the situation where McAllister also got a sent off for trying to go for the ball. He tried to go for the ball. He landed on the player. At best, it should have been a yellow. He also got sent off. It's like, are they really just this bad? Are they really that bad as referees? Surely they can't be that bad. But no, it gets better. It gets better. So the refereeing decision that we all seen that was offside, he forgot to draw the lines, and this is what the statement that came out with. He just forgot. I forgot to draw the lines. Well, if I tell my work I just forgot to do an invoice, or I forgot to ask somebody to pay us, or I forgot to do a financial thing, I'm gonna get fired. How on earth are you able to just forget to do something and then get nothing, no ramifications? We need to see heads roll. That's a fact. This is disgusting on every level. And then you got people saying, "Oh, Egal, you're not angry about Brentford situation." I said it yesterday. I said Brentford on the day, a draw was a fair result. But when you find out more information, your opinions can change. When you find more information, you know you now have more information, you can judge things better. That's why when courts, when they originally charge someone and they get new information, they usually let them off, or they then charge them even more. That's the reality. And at this moment in time, I'm aggrieved. Yesterday, I wasn't as upset because on the grand scheme of the game, we didn't deserve to win. But when you think about it now, the fact that you have a player clearly offside and they're not their excuses that they forgot to draw the line, come on. This is corruption. This is a joke. This is absolutely absurd. People saying good morning, everyone, and don't forget to goddamn hit that like button. We need to show this disgrace to everybody in the world. Everyone needs to hit that like button right now. We need to make sure everyone sees this goddamn video because what they're doing is disgraceful. It's disgraceful. It's unacceptable. 100%. This is unacceptable. Good evening from Australia, all the way in Australia. Big up to you. Hopefully you don't have to deal with this disgrace over there in Australia. This is an absolute waste of my breath at this moment in time. That's not the worst part. What's the worst part? He's the same referee early in the season. Yep. He is the same. He is the same referee who was also refereeing in that game earlier this season. He's the same referee who was refereeing that game when Gabriel Martinelli's goal was disallowed also. Yes, he was. He was that guy. That was him. Absolutely ashamed. Stop blaming VAR. The players did not perform. Shut up. Alexis, what are you talking about? They clearly even admitted to their mistake. And you're still sitting here saying you're still sitting here saying, "Oh, excuses." How is it an excuse when they clearly are telling you? Do you want me to read it out for you? Can you not hear what I'm saying? They clearly are saying the VAR referee forgot to draw lines on the equalizer. What the hell are you talking about? Excuses. How is this an excuse? What are you talking about? Excuse for what? What excuse? Did I excuse the performance? No. I held the players accountable for the performance. I gave them all ratings below 5 for majority of them. I said that it was a poor game, the poor first half. Everything was poor majority of the game. We got the opening goal, and then their goal was given that was offside. It's black and white. There's no in between. If something's offside, it's not an excuse. It was actually offside. I'm not saying we didn't have a poor performance. That would be excusing the poor performance. Come on. Stop it. Honestly, people, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It is what it is. At this moment in time, I'm not going to sit here and moan about it anymore. I'm just going to go through the facts and tell you guys we need to change something. We need to bring in and install semi-automatic referees. This is the future. We need to bring this in as soon as possible. We won't have issues like this anymore. We won't have situations where Lee Mason is a videographer referee. We won't have situations where these guys are doing this thing. We won't have as many mistakes, hopefully, and we won't have as many errors if we bring in semi-automatic referees. This is a guy who cost us twice this season. This is a guy who got demoted for situations at Newcastle. This is a guy who cost us 5 points this season, and we have to deal with it again. Personally, I hope he gets suspended, effective immediately. I hope he gets some sort of punishment off the back of this, because you cannot be doing your job as a professional, getting things wrong to this level, and just getting a slap on the wrist or not even getting punished at all. It's utterly absurd. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. I don't think there's anything else that needs to be said. For now, I bid you guys adieu. Have a good one. Love and respect.